Let's talk a bit about the Python story, because really your diaries end in at a time when the Python thing was bubbling again, wasn't it?
They end up, the last entry is 1998.
Right.
And yeah, as you say, the big thing is an offer from Las Vegas for the Pythons to reunite and play 10 nights in Las Vegas for X amount of money. And it's the diary just describes why we couldn't all agree. You know, some felt it was too big a show to do. Others, said, well, I'm not ready for it yet. And we abandoned the whole idea.
Yes.
And thought that was it. Never again.
And
of
then,
course, 15 years later.
15 years later.
Yeah.
Who drove it? Who was the one saying, lads, come on, knock heads together. This is a no-brainer. We need to do this.
I think it was the legal system. We'd had a small legal dispute over some payments to a producer way back.
Yes.
And we'd lost a certain amount of money, so Python needed to refill its coffers.
Yeah.
So there was a financial imperative. But also, I think Eric Idle, who was actually produced the show, was the driving force. And the great thing is he got together. We got Arlene Phillips to do the dancing, get the dancers together. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a spectacular show. It wasn't just the Python sketches, it was also a spectacular musical as well.
Because it just got the impression, because Terry Gilliam was here recently, and John Cleese is joining us in a few weeks' time, and I got the impression, talking and listening to interviews about that, there was quite a degree of reluctance among the Pythons to hit the stage again, and yet there was enormous financial requirements. I mean, being crass about it, that seemed to be what was happening there. Is that true, Michael?
Yeah, that is true. And the reason why it worked was that we had a new guy in to look after our management, a guy called Jim Beach, and he manages Queen. Oh. So he's used to big arenas. So he said, guys, if you want to make some money, do the O2. And we said, what, the O2? There's 15,000 people there. Listening to Spanish Inquisition. It's just not going to work. And he said, well, you can do it. Let's book you in for a couple of shows, and if there's enough demand, you can always do a third one. And the tickets went so fast, we ended up doing 10.
And you could do another 10 tomorrow and 10 after that.
Well, yeah.
If you wanted.
We could. I don't think we will, but we,
Will you do it again, do you think?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Like definitively, or I don't think so?
Well, you never say never, but I think the way we did these shows, we put them together, they're very spectacular, they cost an enormous amount of money to actually mount, several million, and the big one was the last show. It was going to be shown live on cinemas around the world, 2000. So it was a big event. I think to put all that together again would be pretty difficult. So we went out on a high note, which is what we intended to do.
Job done.
And everyone wants to do their other things.
For sure.
Most of us can't, walk unaided anymore anyway. So,
I doubt.